So we will move to Rule 131, Sections 3 to 6, Disputable Presumptions and Related Rules. Class, again, please refer to the module for a more detailed information regarding this topic. And the module is named Module 13, Part 2. However, this is only the module for Module 13. Sala lang ang pag-name sang file. So, the objective for this module is, by the end of it, you should be able to define and identify disputable presumptions under Rule 131, Section 3, apply presumptions in civil and criminal proceedings, distinguish between disputable and conclusive presumptions, explain the legal effect of presumptions and kung paano niya na ma-affect ang burden of evidence, and understand the rules on presumptive debt, legitimacy, and succession. This is actually a very interesting topic, and I hope nga you will also find it interesting, especially in the topics of presumptive debt, legitimacy, and succession. So let us proceed. Again, this is the condensed, easier to understand version of this topic. So if you want and it is still advised that you will refer to the module. And if there are other areas nga feeling mo mas hindi mo maintindihan, you can use other resources for it. Okay? Let us now go to the disputable presumption, which was already discussed a bit sa module number 12. Okay. Tandaan nyo, class, ang disputable presumption is, amo na siya ang ma-infer nyo on a certain group of facts or fact, okay, which exist. However, this may be contradicted and overcome by other evidence. Amo na lang tandaan nyo, disputable, which means pwede pa rin siya makontra. But the presumption is existing, the presumption may be made, the presumption is there, and the presumption may be used as evidence. However, this may be disputed. Very simple from the face of the from the word itself, disputable presumption. Okay. So the general principle, this is these presumptions stand in the absence of contrary evidence, and they serve to shift the burden of evidence to the opposing party. So, if gusto mo i-dispute as the opposing party, yes, you may dispute it, you may contradict it, you may overcome it, but you have to have evidence, okay, if you're the opposing party. I'm just hungry. Okay. What are the key examples of disputable presumptions kung ilang legal impact? If you go to section 3, makitaan nyo dira class ang list ng disputable presumptions. I'm not saying that you will memorize this, but you really have to familiarize yourself with it. Because some of these are actually also rooted sa Constitution, like the presumption of innocence of a person until proven otherwise. Now, first presumption there, the person is innocent of a crime or the wrong. This is a presumption of innocence. Again, this is under our Constitution. Article 3, Section 14.2. So again, class, even if may ara na sang kaso and evidence against a person, identified siya, may positive identification, it doesn't mean that he is already guilty. That is why we have a trial. So that the facts will be heard, evidence will be presented, and the court will assess whether or not he is guilty of the said crime. However, the presumption is he is innocent until proven guilty. Are we clear? Next presumption, that an unlawful act was done with unlawful intent. Okay. This is the principal, class, nga kung ano ang imo ginubra, which is kung anong imuobra mo na siya ang makita sa mga tao sa palibot eh. So, the presumption is, ang imo man nga intensyon, gagwa sa kung ano ang ginubra mo. Okay, for example, very close to home example sa inyo. Not really about crimes ha. Kung may pangluyagan ka, for example, if you really like that person, you will make all the necessary actions and even unnecessary actions to make that person feel nga your intentions are correct, are pure, and are genuine. So, kung imo yung tinutuyo abi sa iya is seryoso ka gid sa iya, makitaan ina. Okay, isang babae, the girl would feel that. Okay. Maskin ano na siya kalawig, nagkapangaluyag, ara ka da Japon, during her birthday, ginahatagan mo gid siya bisang gift, maskin simple lang. And every time she's sad or has a problem, you are there for her to comfort her. When she needs help, you are there to help. So, you can assume from the intent of that guy na genuine siya based on the actions niya. Although, maskin wala to siya nagambal nga, I am genuine. Hindi kailangan magambal. Makita niya sa iya action. Example lang ako sa not all the time man being maskin ang actions niya is okay na gid man siya. Just an example ha. On the contrary, ang isa naman kay example niya, makita mo dara guro nga hindi genuine ang guy through his actions man. Okay. So balaan mo gali nga nabalaan mo later on nga hindi lang ikaw ang ginataksan niya. Nakitaan mo to siya nga may ara siya sa iban nga ginapaangka sa iyang motor, no? Nga kakupo-kupo gid sa iya. Nga baya ko no kasin niya pero only later on you find out nga hindi niya to gali kasin. And kapangalayag pala na siya sa imo. And he wants to kapangalayag pala siya sa imo pero gusto niya na kaya nga mag-check-in ka mo sa motel or sa isa ka hotel. Kapangalayag pala siya sa imo. So, based on that, makitaan mo ang intent nga, I think hindi ni genuine nga relationship ang ginapangita niya sa akon. Maybe gusto niya lang temporary pleasure or kung maybe he likes a challenge since the girl is pretty, she's popular, adamo ka pang like sa iya. You can think that way based on a person's action. Okay? Hence, unlawful act nga ginubra, usually, ang presumption na dira is may unlawful intent ka. Okay. For example, nagpangayo to sang kwarta si A kay B kay hambal niya para makabuligan siya nga for investment. Okay. Tapos kuno ang iyang kita is 38% per month sa investment. 100,000, may invest ka 30% per month. Oo, sigurado na yan mabot na si mo. Ito, abla. Kaya bala mo may business kami nga mo sige. On the first 2 months, may nag-abot nga 30,000. Tapos, si B na hikayat man siya, wala yaging kuha. Sige niya lang yapon nga reinvest. And hasta sa ulihi, nabalaan niya, nga gapang tunto, galito ya si A. And from that, you can say nga the unlawful act was done with unlawful intent. Ano man na to be? Alang ano to? Nagbulig ka lang gali sa charity, ang mo to naghatag ka kwarta. Or ang mo to nga nagbaton ka kwarta. No, the presumption there is may ara gid si intent si B nga tuntuhon si A. So again, assumes intent follows the act. This may be rebutted by accident, mistake, or absence of mens rea or absence of intent class. Okay? Or unlawful intent. C. Person intends, although may damo, parang ako ng class example